Is this some kind of ancient temple guardian or something? It's shooting out a bunch of tightly focused beams of light that science doesn't yet have a name for, but which you can probably assume you don't want touching you. I just got shocked by a bunch of lasers. It's fine, but we'll avoid the beams. Watch this super sick, avoid the beams kind of ninja thing. He's going backwards. He could have just, he could just go to the right. He let's just, okay, here we go. Helicopter legs, doing the scoot, and we're good. That was pretty amazing. You worst, I destroy. Goliath, kill. Hello everyone, my name is ASDF. Welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Now, last time we tried to find the lady at the lake, and we didn't, but we ended up finding the kids instead. They're off doing their own thing with the judge wigs and everything, so I guess we're back to looking for the lady of the lake and Charles. The only thing we have left that we haven't looked at yet is this Gatorman Fortress, although I think there's a couple of holes in the map where there could be some additional things, like the sunken boxcars. You pick your way through the muck of the swamp. You encounter one of those newfangled diagonal half boxcars. Wait a minute, there's no such thing as a diagonal half boxcar. It's just a regular boxcar, half sunk in the swamp. Let's go there now. Sorry, I just ate lunch in like 2 minutes. I ate a bowl of pasta before the stream started, so if I have a little bit of burpiness, I apologize. This looks very dangerous climbing anyways. Is it gonna sink while we're in here? Alright. Those pretty books are full of slant rhymes. This would fit. Okay, it's a diagonal hobo, although I suppose from your perspective he looks normal. Oh, hi, sorry, I didn't know anyone was all of the font is in italics. Oh, hi, sorry, I didn't know anyone was living here. I suppose I should stop being surprised by that. That's quite alright. I'm Pepperidge Dauphin. Welcome to my humble abode. Thanks, I'm ASDF Gaming. Nice boxcar you've got here, apart from it being a little steep. Steep? Oh, yes, I know. I've grown so accustomed to the tilt I hardly notice anymore. Apart from when I try to play marbles. Your game must be really going downhill. Yes, quite. Okay, your accent is a little different from most hobos I've met. Well, my family is from my family's from old money, you see. How old? Old enough that it all turned to dust. All that remains is a rambling old manor house that I can't afford to maintain, so I've decided that this would be a splendid opportunity to expand my horizons. Horizons typically a bit more level. Why are you living in a boxcar in a swamp? Well, to be honest, it's been difficult to part with the old estate. This is as far as I've been able to get before the homesickness becomes overwhelming. Ah, how bittersweet. Indeed, I wonder could you spare the time to help me? I could be done with the place if I had a proper souvenir, specifically my father's collection of antique padlocks. Why can't you get them yourself? Because of the memories? It's more a lack of memories. I've forgotten where the keys are. Sure, I'll help you. Thank you. There are 11 locks altogether. Except they won't actually be all together, will they? Oh, I'm afraid not, no. Here, I'll mark the location of the house on this. Is your sponge? The Dauphin house. There's also something I should tell you about the house. Oh, good, here it comes. I just wanted to let you know there aren't any ghosts haunting the property. There aren't any? That's correct, not a one. My family never suffered any violent or traumatic deaths. This is something you felt you had to warn me about? Not really a warning as such, I just thought you might like to know. Well, okay, thanks. Be back with your 11 padlocks. Wow, it looks really steep. Guess we'll go to the Dauphin house. Look at this. I pointed to this section. Where did I point? I pointed here, and I pointed here, and here, and here. And look, we got one there and one up here. You notice a big brown rock half submerged in the swamp. It's an ancient mammoth coprolith. Okay, cool. We got something from the rock. Alright, here's one. This door is padlocked. Great. Why does it tell us things and then disappear? Looks like this car was left to rot. Unfortunately, it hasn't rotted enough for you to get past the locked door. Okay, we got a Dauphin padlock key tarnished. You unlock the car, destroying the hanger in the process. You search the car, it's empty except for the glove box, which actually turns out to be a key box. The key inside is not the key to this car, and if you have a sense of humor like mine, you'll agree that this is a real shame. Okay, well, we've recovered a padlock. We enter the garage. What a strange thing to collect. The door opens with a creak. Okay, one of the cinder blocks is standing way too close to the others. You explain personal boundaries to it. Hey, welcome in. Pink Ninja subscribing for 23 months in a row on a 23-month streak. Thanks, Pink Ninja. Appreciate it. And welcome. Glad you could be here. You explain personal boundaries and perform a quick procedure to make it a little less creepy. Some say the most powerful tool is a padlock. It's really more of the opposite tool though, because it obstructs rather than facilitates what you're trying to do. Workbench with tools all rusted past the point of usefulness. Okay, well we got a padlock. What's this hole in the tree? This tree has a hole in it. Conveniently, the hole is slightly larger than your hand. Honestly, for what is ostensibly a horror game, we've had way too many opportunities for you to stick your hand into a suspicious dark hole. We got a mossy padlock. What's up, Yoshi? Welcome in with the blaze it. Okay, can't open that padlock, but we can go on into the house. So we've got Farnsworth Dauphin, Goldilocks Dauphin, Beasley Dauphin, Mopey Dauphin, Calpurnia Dauphin, and that's it. That's all the Dauphins. Okay, I thought for sure there would be... This couch faces the wall. It must have been the Dauphin's family punishment couch. Nice. Medicine cabinet is securely locked, full of deadly poisons, maybe. Doesn't work. Maybe something's wrong in the tank. We got a padlock key wet. This bathtub is full of steaming blood. Oh no, wait. The red light's just coming through a stained glass rose hanging in the bathroom window. That doesn't really explain why the water's still hot, though. Yeah, why is the water hot? Also, welcome, Yoshi. How you doing? We got a soggy used bandage. Heal for 10 and remove on fire. I mean, that's better than a regular bandage. We got nasty goo with the soggy used bandage. Lovely. And a handful of clean water. Great. We've caught everything that was in here. Had to grab your coffee. Would you miss? Not much. We got a wet key though. So from the back of the toilet tank. Okay, this is the upstairs. Books? Books? Oh, they're boring. It's all about sports. Wardrobes are very important in the old houses that didn't have this built-in closet to keep the skeletons in. We got work pants and a wire coat hanger. We got a padlock key shiny. Nightstand has one empty drawer and one locked drawer. An eerie ghostly sound coming from inside it. The toy box is disappointingly empty. Not even a BB gun or a creepy doll. Maybe the doll's hiding elsewhere. Okay, I'm just looking everywhere for keys, including in the pots. Okay, we've got the shiny padlock, and we still have a mossy padlock, a radium rouge. The convenient thing about products with radium in them is they're easy to find in the darkness of the coffin they'll ultimately put you in. Lovely. Fancy nightstand. Okay, we got a disappointing padlock key, a match, and some junk mail. We can open the junk mail, right? Yeah. You can't open the letter because you don't have a letter opener. That's right. We can't open that. Was that this padlock key? No, of course not. Couldn't possibly be that. We got the disappointing key. I think we still have a couple keys, right? We have the mossy key. Yeah. It's strewn with bits and gizmos and bits of gizmos. Amongst all that, you found what looks like a miniature radio carved with driftwood. We got a handmade radio. Build a better radio and the world will beat a path to your door. Better than this one, I mean. Lots of boxes, none of them say padlocks, and you're not motivated to search. Who knows what grisly things you might find. Do we stand now instead of just floating forever? I thought we just floated forever. But now we stand and we float to walk. I wonder if the game updated. Why are we holding the radio? Did it auto-equip? Is that a thing that we're doing? Oh, listen. Hold the radio up to your ear. Remember, Ralphie, says a woman's voice. You mustn't ever open the door to strangers. A boy's voice replies, okay, Mom, but because it might be a kidnapper or murderer, right? Oh, I'm sure that would never happen, but it might be a vacuum cleaner salesman, and we already have one. Those voices, so eerie. Okay. Did we go in here yet? Yes, and there's a mirror. Nope, can't open that. This might be the padlock to the shed because it's mossy. That would make sense, right? Nope, not that one. This radio is so annoying. I mean, it's louder for me than it is for you guys, but okay. Basement of the swamp house is predictably completely flooded. You need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. One of those serving carts used in posh hotels and in posh manor houses, apparently, with a big silver platter covered with a dome-shaped lid, just the right size to hide a severed head? Or a roast of some kind? Let's look under. You cautiously reach out and grip the handle, then take a deep breath. Slowly you lift the lid, tilting your head to peek underneath. Oh, it's empty. Oh well. Okay, enough fine china. Oh, the mossy key goes to the fridge. Okay, we got a padlock and a key and a block of ice, which we could go put in the bathtub. Let's finish exploring the kitchen first. Let's rifle through the drawers. We got corn holder, a padlock in the drawer, sharpening stone. Okay. Oh, heals you. That's cool. What about the sink? Well, might as well fish. Always good stuff in drawers. You always got to check the drawers in an RPG. Is this just going to be a handful of dirty water? Yum. Handful of clean water. Great. We got a can of fruit cocktail. Increase every stat by 1, and it's a food. Thank you for that. Stairs to the second floor. Now, we just got a padlock key, which we need to go back up to the bathroom. Here? Right? No, it's not. Is it here? Nope, that's the attic. It said the attic. Should we be listening to the radio on every floor? Is that a thing? Hang on, where's the radio? You hold the radio up to your ear. You hear a little girl's voice shouting, "Mom, Mom, a terrible ghoul stole the key to my nightstand." A woman replies, "Now, dear, don't call your brother Ralphie a terrible ghoul. He probably hid the key in the potted plant in the hallway like he always does." Those voices, so eerie. Okay. No, that's not it. That's, I wanted to look in the potted plant. Okay, we'll listen to the, okay, here we go. We're listening. Hold the radio up to you. You hear a man's voice scolding angrily. "For goodness sakes, Agnes, you're obsessed. Obsessed with taking things to the backs of paintings, just like your aunt, one-eyed Calpurnia Dauphin. You'll probably die peacefully in your sleep just like she did." Okay, backs of paintings and potted plant. It's gotta be this one, right? You got a Dauphin padlock key. Dirty. Unlock it. We got a padlock and a creepy music box. Deal your moxie and spooky damage to all combatants once per fight. Does that count as a magical thing? What's our other... What was our other thing we had equipped? Oh, the pom-pom. I think better to buff our allies than do anything else. Okay, we gotta listen to it in here. We haven't done it in here yet, which is the radio. You hold the radio up to your... "Who stole my golden arm?" Then a boy's voice says, "Oh, come on, sis, don't you know any other ghost stories? That's the only one you ever tell." Okay. We need to get to the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? Is it this one? Yeah. We got the cold padlock key that was in the ice. Oh. Does it go here? We got a padlock, activated charcoal briquette, and Bertworth's finest tooth wax. Lovely. Why change up what works? We need to look behind paintings, right? Oh, okay. Let's listen to the radio. Only knew one ghost story if it's a good one. You hold the radio up to your ear. You hear a woman's voice saying, "Please be careful around the kitchen knives, Rebecca. They're very sharp. I keep them that way because, counterintuitive though it may be, dull knives actually cause more accidents." "Yes, mother, I understand," a girl's voice replies. Well, I mean, that's true. That's what they say. But what causes the most accidents is when you're used to dull knives and then you sharpen them. Okay, that's the vacuum cleaner salespeople. We probably have the key to this shed thing now. No, we still don't. But we can listen to the radio out here. Not that, wrong button. Never mind. Let's listen to the radio. You hold the radio up. A woman's voice gasps. "Oh my, Clarence! What are you doing lying on the floor under your workbench? Are you alright? Were you attacked by a burglar or an axe murderer?" "Calm down, Agnes. I'm fine. I'm just practicing changing the oil in our car." Practicing? Okay, we got 11 and 1 oil and a padlock key loose. We still need to do the paintings ones. There's nothing else of interest in the car. Oh, these are the paintings. Okay. Behind, yep. Sticky padlock key. Yum, a sticky padlock key. We got... Oh, we lose the effect of Sandwich, finally. And now we can flush the toilet for the XP. Okay, there's probably going to be something here, right? Okay, let's listen to the radio in the bathroom. That's where all the good radio listening is done. You hold the radio up to your man's voice says, Ralphie, why on earth do you keep flushing this fish zester down the commode? Have you been possessed by some otherworldly or demonic force? No, Dad, I just thought it would be a funny place to hide it, comes the reply. Okay, but we've already checked the toilet. We've checked the painting. Right? We don't need to do another one here. This is the vacuum salesman. Second floor stairs. Basement's flooded. We don't have that one. Have we listened to it in the kitchen yet? Okay, the knives are sharp. We don't have anything to do in there, though. So probably we need to go up to the second floor. And let's make sure we've listened to it in every room. I don't know that we have. So, ghost story we've seen. Second room. It's the attic. Let's listen in here. You hold the radio up to your ear. A boy's voice asks, Gee, Pop, where'd you get all that treasure? Is it a cursed pirate horde stolen from the ruins of an ancient civilization? No, son, no, nothing like that. Just sound investments in a perfectly normal and moral financial markets. Okay. Okay. I need to listen to it in here. Hold the radio up, for goodness sake. Okay. We got a perfumed wedding veil accessory. One Moxie and stench armor. That's pretty good. And I think, is that it? We look in the mirror, we smile, and then we leave. Now we're smiling. Is that all the padlocks? How many do we have? We have 9. We need 11. One is downstairs. We've gotten that one. Right? One is downstairs. One's here. So we don't have that one, which means we must have the one to the shed. Because we have 1 key. Yep. And we got a rusty padlock key. And a handsaw. Deals muscle damage +4. And... excuse me? What just... Why did it just do that? That was so weird. This one must go here. And we've got it all. Fine China helmet, +4 to magical weapon attacks. And I think that's better than what we've got, right? I mean, +4. Imagine we put... This one does almost... Okay, I'm going to equip this one. Eventually, maybe we can swap it for that Fine China hat when we get another one of those spider things. Oh, we didn't listen to it outside either. Let's listen just to... Owen's voice says, Clarence, I'm so grateful that our family has never suffered from supernatural curses, serial murder, demonic corruption, or plague. I agree, dear. We certainly have been fortunate and doubtless will remain so. Well, we can't say that because we've all collectively been through the plague of coronavirus, am I right? Okay, but that does it for this house, so we can go back to the boxcar. Maybe we can give the radio away to this guy. The shotgun-toting gator hunter hollers at you from behind the trees. You again, I told you to get. Didn't I give you enough money for the bus? Well, here. Gosh, thanks. Every time we see him, he just gives us meat. Alright, here you go. Hi, Pepperidge. Hello again, ASDF. What can I do for you? Found your father's padlocks. Thank you so much. You didn't run into my grandmother by any chance, did you? What? No, was she supposed to be there? No, that would have been highly unusual if she had been, considering she died more than 30 years ago. Here's your padlocks. Marvelous. Once I've reaccustomed myself to standing on level ground, I'll be on my way. There's a big hobo camp near Ocean City that you might be interested in. I can give you directions. Ah, excellent. I think I will head that way now. Perhaps I'll see you there. I couldn't ask him for hobo code. That was a weird, like, normally the hobos, you talk to them and you need to select to tell them about the camp, and you can ask them about hobo code. Neither of which I could do with this hobo in particular, so. Let's, we'll fight some shadowy bats. Why not? Summon cheese guy, burn the bats, buff all our stats, and then we'll hit him with a wham bam. Only 5 HP. Oh man. Okay, well this is fine. This is less than fine, actually. 13 spooky damage. Thank goodness. Oh no. Oh, I should have healed myself. Oh, I've made a mistake. Oh, he healed me and attacked? Oh, baby. That guy's amazing. Nice. Okay, just, whoops, Bisac, 130 meat, final sale. Sure, we got Gatorman skin pants, swamp mushroom, and gator punch. Nice. I'm still wandering around before we go to the fortress, so we don't have 9 mysticality. Ah, it's just some random noise. We'll fight these things too. Oh, good. Shadow tendrils. These ones seem a lot weaker. Yeah, I mean, our stench damage did a ton, so... Oh, our Gatorman's ready to level up. Ha! I learned thing! Huh? What did you learn? Say 3 words! Nice! He can say 3 words now. Beautiful. Analyze the shale... you've accidentally walked right into a huge swarm of gnats and flies, and they're buzzing super loud, and oh, they're playing music, right? Okay, and we got a share of the tips. Collect the good bits. We'll get lost and ride the bus. Find an interesting looking rock. It wasn't interesting after all. All of a sudden you hear Gatorman screaming wildly to your left, and then just as suddenly another Gatorman starts screaming to your right. You hear an angry snarl behind you and turn around. Another Gatorman. Oh yes, and then you hear someone say, ugh, right behind you, so you turn around again. There's another Gatorman. You're surrounded. We'll fight them. Okay, they're pretty tough, so we'll summon, we'll do the whole stat buffing shebang before we dust them. Okay, maybe we didn't need to do all that. Yeah, we definitely didn't. Nope. Okay, you spoke at me, I'll speak at you. Nasty pastry, nice. Buzz grows stronger. Okay, let's just go to the fortress. You hear a commotion, or perhaps a tussle, or a good old-fashioned ruckus nearby. Speaking of ruckus, investigating that you find several vampires have a Gatorman pinned to the ground and appear to be trying to vampirize him. Grah! Hold still, will you? His neck is scaly and tough. Did someone bring a drill or a can opener or something? Let's just interrupt them. Hey, leave that Gatorman alone. I won't stand for you vampires going around inflicting your undeadness or disease or whatever it is on innocent people. I think it's a disease. Oh, you know what? We've already heard this. So, also they look pretty tough. Let's just burn, buff, and then attack. Do they want to drink your blood? Ah, Hologator Tooth, nice. Condensed Swamp Gas is awesome. And we got 2 of them, so that's great for tomorrow's mission. Shadow Milkshake, beautiful. These guys are wrestling. These Gatormen aren't doing enough damage to each other for it to seem like a real fight. Either they're just sparring, or that's how Gatorman argument works. Either way, they aren't paying much attention to you. Guess we'll sneak past them. I should have fought them, it would have been faster. Are we gonna have to go inside that building anyways? We're gonna just have to... We don't have enough stench armor. Okay, maybe we do though. Let's filter. Nope, let's not. Nope, let's not do that. Let's filter for stench armor. We got this wedding veil accessory, which replaced something. So that's 3 stench armor. We got a hat, and that's 4. So now we have at least 7. Ooh. The pipe turns out to be much longer than you expected, with a lot of twists and turns. Clearly, efficient airflow and ventilation systems is not a big priority in Gatorman architecture. You eventually come out in either a garbage processing center or a kitchen. Great. Yeah, let's put back on our tiara. And I don't remember what we had. I think the amethyst earrings, but those don't seem to be pretty good. We can do the sash, potentially. +1 all stats. Yeah, that seems pretty good. It's a kitchen, it's a kitchen, it's a kitchen. What's inside? Oh, we collected a refrigerator on a chain? No way. Alright, I mean, we are strong. Yeah, you know what? Let's ring the bell. It would be nonsensical and cruel thing to ring the dinner bell without making dinner first. Nonsensical and cruel is the Gatorman standard of behavior. Let's not sink to their level. Okay. Oh, what's up? It's Charles. He's in a cage. It's a cage with Charles in it. Charles! Shh! They'll hear you. Oh, right. Boy, am I glad to see you, kid. Thought I was a goner. You're the adventuresome type and all. You know how to pick a lock? Only with the appropriate shaped key. You'll have to get it off their leader then. I think his room's down the other end of the hall. Okay, I'll be right back. What's up, Leviathan? Welcome. This is a bunch of Gatormen. Wait, what's the collective noun for Gatormen? A cruelty? A depravity? A butthole? A butthole of Gatormen? Okay. Well, anyway, this is a bunch of Gatormen. Seems to be more concerned with the possibility of someone breaking in their front door than sneaking in through their kitchen. We'll sneak attack them. You stealthily creep up behind one of the Gatormen and knock him out with a quick strike to the back of the head. The other two seem shocked by this display of poor sportsmanship. Oh, they're irritated, so they get -3 to all stats. That's nice. I don't think we needed to do all this. I think we're just gonna have our Gatorman Shadow speak to them, and then they come blam. Swamp Mushroom, Gator Punch. Gator Punch is really good too. Is this guy knocked out? Best let sleeping gators lie. I mean, that's solid advice. A forge, presumably for hammering on terrible gator metals. The two guards are still fighting outside. You can't leave unless you want to join them. Never mind. See if there's any shoes. We got wide loafers. Widens your gait. We got a length of rusty chain. We still have the fridge and the chain. The barrel says chloroform, and so does the smell leaking out of it. Oof, let's dump it out. I see what you're going for, and sure, filling the place with chloroform would knock out all the guards, but it would also knock you out, and the water you're standing in is almost knee-deep. You can double-check your to-do list if you want, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have drown scheduled for today. Well, I guess we'll fish in it then. How you doing, Leviathan? It's all good that you're late. So, should we talk about YouTube? I think we should talk about YouTube. I'm switching to YouTube in January. I don't know that I put January 1st as the switch date, but yeah, come next year, I'll probably take like a half a week or a week off at the end of this year, prep for some live streaming over in YouTube land next year. You're doing okay, just okay. It's no fun. In fact, it's okay. It's not, of course it's not fun. We'll punch, and then we will shadow speak. Wait. They knocked out my Gatorman. What the heck? Okay, but I'll knock them all out anyways with the dust, so it's all good. Yeah, I'm switching over to YouTube. It's something that I've been thinking about for a good while, and I think it's finally time. Twitch is not... okay. The hole leads down into a massive underground chamber. Well, let's take bones and how to crack them. Increase mysticality by 3. Let's go. Boom. Crack Knuckles has been upgraded. What did we even just get? Perks combat skills. Increase mysticality by 5. That's awesome. So YouTube pays more apparently. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've talked to some small YouTube channels and it doesn't pay that well, especially at the start. Channel of my size probably won't pay as well on YouTube as it will on Twitch. And that's just because you guys are awesome with the subs and with the bits and with all the sound effects and everything. And I super appreciate the support that you guys give me. Plus the Prime subs are free for you and I get paid off of them, so that's nice. And my YouTube channel isn't monetized, so for the first bit anyways, I won't be making any money. But I think in the long term, it'll be better for growth to live stream over on YouTube. And I think also, like, Twitch has this culture to it that I still don't understand. Like, when I started, you feel like Twitch is better for viewers, but I heard YouTube is better for streamers. Well, I think ultimately, in the long run, if it's better for streamers, it will be better for viewers. Right? Because if it's better for streamers, but there's no viewers, then it's worse for streamers. So, like, if you make a platform that's better for streamers, the viewers will be there because they'll move over. But, I mean, Twitch viewership is declining, YouTube is increasing, Facebook is kind of like doing its own thing. But the biggest reason is the Twitch culture is really cool. Like, Twitch has this, like, really, like, tight-knit community culture. And I just don't get it. Like, he has a cute sparkly hat? Yeah, he does. It's a creepy tiara. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a regular tiara, but now we've made it creepy so that it does more magical weapon attacks. Yeah. So Twitch has this culture that I don't really understand. And at the beginning when I was streaming, like, I was spending all my time either streaming or watching streamers to try to get into the Twitch culture and understand it. And I just don't think it's right for this channel. And so for this channel, I'm going to be moving it over to YouTube. So, yeah. Let's attach the chain and climb down. Ow, private property scram. What even is this? You don't know what the object is, but oh wait, it's got blood all over it. It's an altar. Huh, where did he go? It's a weird portal thing. Oh, a weird pedestal? Yeah, we'll just freeze frame dab. I serious, go away. Whatever this is extremely broken. Let's try to fix it. All these blocks are clearly trying to move in a way that makes sense. They must have just gotten knocked out of alignment. We'll realign them. You move the blocks around relative to each other until they start moving in a more satisfying pattern, assuming you're a person who thinks this smooth circular pattern is more satisfying than a juddery spark spewing chaos. Surely everybody's that kind of person. This has to be right. Yep. Oh yeah, it seems less broken. Let's use it. It is zapping me with lasers now. You got ziggurat power. You've been blasted by a bunch of ancient lasers and it has awakened the ancient laser power concealed in the mitochondria of your cells. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You can use 3 additional combat powers per round. Sheesh, that's nuts. Okay, we'll touch this one. We'll jump through this one. Yeah, electric guitar. Blah. Warning, kill you. Is this some kind of ancient temple guardian or something? It's shooting out a bunch of tightly focused beams of light that science doesn't yet have a name for, but which you can probably assume you don't want touching you. I just got shocked by a bunch of lasers. It's fine, but we'll avoid the beams. Watch this super sick, avoid the beams kind of ninja thing. He's going backwards. He could have just, he could just go to the right. He let's just, okay, here we go. Helicopter legs, doing the scoot, and we're good. That was pretty amazing. You worst, I destroy. Goliath, kill. Well, Goliath did in fact kill. Let's search the puddle. You got a cursed key. You poke around the mulch until you find something that looks more or less like an old iron key, except kind of blurry. It sizzles and twitches in your hand as you pick it up. It has to be the key Charles mentioned. You look at that hulking Goliath at the end of the hall. There doesn't seem to be anything beyond it, and it looks like it could squash you in an instant. Best go back and unlock Charles. You make your way quickly back up to the room where he's being held. Wait, I want to fight the Goliath. Being a stick person probably helps with dodging lasers. I imagine that if your body was this thin, it would be easier to dodge, but the consequences for getting hit is just instantly cut in half. As in, you are instantly cut in half, not the consequences are. You found the key? I think so. It's kind of weird, though. Yeah, I don't like the looks of that at all. I bet dollars to donuts that's the artifact we're looking for. It couldn't possibly be the key to this random Gatorman cage in the middle of nowhere then, could it? Well, it might have some kind of key-related powers. Normally I'd advise against using it, but I don't see any other way out of this mess. Okay, here goes. The key shifts unpleasantly in your hand, buzzing and clicking through a jerky slideshow of shapes as though searching for the particular slice of higher dimensional object that will fit this lock. When it finally finds the right one, it jerks forward in your hand and twists, and the lock clicks open. Your hand feels numb. Yikes. Thanks, ASDF. I thought for sure my bacon was well and truly fried. Don't mention it, Charles. Let's just get the heck out of this dump. With no further cause to stick around, apart from any unfinished side quests you might have, but you can always come back for them later, you escort Charles back to town. Let's go! Or rather, let's go. ASDF, you found the cursed artifact and brought Charles back home safely. I can't express how grateful I am. I don't know what we'd do without him. Thank you so much. Well, it wasn't nothing, but you know. Yeah, I get it. Don't forget to uncurse that thing before you go to bed. This key seems like it has the power to open any lock, and that could be extremely useful. Would it really be all that bad if I didn't uncurse it? Well, I'm not going to drag you into the machine and force you to do it, but yes, I don't actually know what would happen if you don't uncurse it, but I assume it would be pretty bad. Look, you uncursed all the other things, right? Yes. Great, so go ahead and uncurse this one too, okay? Better safe than sorry. Okay, well, we'll sit in it. Uncurse. We want to... Oh, remove your geese? Yes. Hi, Jessica. Does this thing get rid of geeses? The plural of goose is just geese. Why do you have geese? No, geese. Like a curse, kind of. Oh, well then, sure, probably. Do it. We lost a perk, swamp geese. Alright. Inside the contraption you feel a whoosh, a pop, and a little pain, not unlike having your ears pierced. And indeed, there's a spurt of pus that follows the procedure, although not from where you think. The geese is gone. Good stuff. We uncursed ourselves. Myself? The key jumps up to the roof of the dome and sticks there, shaking and keening. That's the sound keys make. Against the metal. The lights in the whole store whine, flicker, and then cut out completely. Dang it. Okay, only when the power is out does the key calm down, give up, and the most odious part of itself to the machine, and drop back down on your lap. Light returns to the store. Fixed it. We had a spare light bulb under the cat. Under the cat? Okay, plus 30 to item drops. That's it. The key's curse lingers in the machine. It is itself an arcane lock to be solved only by a projection of consciousness. Do it. What could possibly go wrong? I've assembled everyone just as you have asked, Detective. The victim's wife, the 2 men who were present in the passenger car at the time. I confess the truth of this murder continues to elude me, but no doubt you are soon to enlighten us with your great powers of deduction and observation. May I inspect the body again? No, that wouldn't be fair to the other passengers who haven't had a look yet. What? I see. But I will tell you again what I know. At 11:13 a.m., the professor dropped dead in his chair after sitting down with his wife for a cup of tea. At that time, Mr. Ryukenshi and Mr. Andretti were the only other passengers present in this car. Mr. Perry returned later. The rest I leave to you to deduce, Detective. I need a moment. Andretti, a businessman. I told you I'd never even heard of this man. I know of Burgerworth College, of course. It's an excellent institution, but I did not know he was a professor there. Now, come on, let's not delay our journey further. I'm traveling with 19 suitcases of exotic rubber to make new and exciting wheels at the factory. Detective mode. You observe closely to see what you can deduce. Exotic rubber, eh? No doubt from the jungles of Almodovar, whose local brand of nicotine I smell on his collar. Of course, the rubber plants of Almodovar don't just yield material for bouncy tires, but an odorless poison, lethal when drunk in hot tea. But why would this man abet the murder of a stranger? I suspect the answer lies in the resume on the table and the name printed on it, Martin Perry. Wow, I like detective mode. Can I get one of those for real life? Yume Ryokenshi, the victim's wife. Interrogate. Okay. She dabs her eyes with a handkerchief embroidered with the words mourning rags and wipes. A moment's privacy, please, Detective. I've had nothing to do with my husband's death, and no reason to want him gone. He was a kind man, and not a rich one. Everything he made, he spent on the roulette tables. He owned over 700 of them. Now it's the largest collection in the world. That's not where I thought she was going. We were traveling to Yorba Linda, so the mayor could give my husband the key to the city, but that won't happen now. Detective mode. You deduce that you should make some observations. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one. She says she has no reason to wish her husband dead, but the chemical stain in her cuticles and the fingerprints on the window above, which she opened to dispose of the murder weapon, tell the tale more truly. But the nose reveals even more. Observe the zigzag pattern on the medial cleft below the nostrils. It's called Petrie's philtrum, and it's a rare genetic condition she shares with Martin Perry, her son. Okay, so this guy is hiring her son. She disposed of the murder weapon. Martin Perry, a youth. The young man is absent-mindedly but methodically disassembling and reassembling a fountain pen. It's as I said. Yes, the man was a professor of mine at Burgerworth College, and yes, he gave me a C and a D, but that's no reason to kill a man, wouldn't you agree? Besides, at the time of his death, I was in the lavatory trying to figure out what all the bits and pieces do. The perfect alibi, wouldn't you agree? Well, let's see if detective mode can figure it out. He's right, a mere C and D are no reason to kill one's professor, but is that the whole story? Observe how the boy tinkers with the fountain pen and the train lavatory. He fancies himself a mechanic, but he wouldn't get a foot in the door of the profession if his C and D stood for card dunce. Nobody would be able to hire him, unless the professor who awarded those ignominious grades died. In that event, every grade he ever gave would be voided, and the young man could take a plum job in the car manufacturer and start earning the big bucks. They all have a reason to kill him. I have a feeling this lady disposed of the weapon because the son planned it. But let's see. Yes, detective. I have solved this murder. It was never in doubt, detective. Now tell us all what happened here. The victim was... I need more time. Okay, he was probably poisoned because he fell over dead. And then the murder weapon, okay, let's say poisoned by a giant dog. Yume by Martin Perry. The victim was poisoned by Martin Perry. Hold on, now that's claptrap. Everybody, that's claptrap. Please, all become clear. The victim was poisoned by Martin Perry with an exotic poison from the Almodovar rubber tree. To void his card dunce grade so he could make tires for Mr. Andretti. No, you're a donkey. I'd give him an A for asinine. Careful now, don't be a fool. You were gifted with great power. Great powers of deduction and observation. Now come on, use them. No, that's not happened. I'll tell the whole thing again. Okay. He was poisoned by Yume because Yume wanted the best for her son who got the bad grades and it would void. So by exotic poison out to void the grades. Here we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. Young Martin Perry dreams of working on cars, and his fresh ideas excite Mr. Andretti, who runs a tire factory, but Master Perry's professor has effectively blacklisted him as a car dunce, unemployable. What to do? Kill the professor, of course, and void that odious grade. A much easier word to read than the last description of the grade. Here the plot becomes most wretched. Master Perry's mother, Yume Ryukenshi, marries the professor and arranges for him to be present on the very same train as Master Perry and Mr. Andretti, who supplies an undetectable poison administered by Ms. Ryukenshi, et voila. No more professor, no more car dunce, but there is one thing our three conspirators did not count on. Me. I'm not ashamed. Any parent, sir, would do the same. As with my manager, seeking new talent with interesting ideas about tires. If you call someone a car dunce, you're branding them for life, and you're responsible for anything that happens next. How awful, the three of them in it together. Tell you what, detective, at the next stop, they can all get out and take the bus. That they should probably, like, be punished for that. Quite so, but a wonderful feeling, I think, to be possessed of great gifts, great powers of deduction and observation, and to use them. Here's another gift, that is. Call it a reward. Oh, you know I'm gonna put that on. Nice ring, isn't it? Look, what rewards accrue to the powerful. Look how the world itself reveals itself at your touch. I must take my leave. Okay, well, can we put that ring on? We can't open the inventory right here, so I guess we're done. The curse remains unsolved. Okay, I confess I supplied the poison that killed the professor, but wasn't it worth it? Look at this resume of Martin Perry. Look at these interesting ideas he has about tires. Bouncier, globular, backwards. It's the life of one man, worth more than the bringing of new and innovative wheels to the world. Yes, I did it. I did it so I could hire Mr. Perry, and I would do it again tomorrow. And don't lie, detective. You would too. I would not. The widow. I admit, detective, I poisoned my husband. Oh, but spare me the reproach. Wouldn't you do just as I did if some scoundrel of the ivory tower branded your son as a car dunce? No? Then I dare say you are not a parent, sir. I don't have to be a parent to say I wouldn't kill a man because my son got bad grades. The young man is absentmindedly but methodically disassembling. Okay, still recent like a fountain pen. You really are as good as the papers say, detective, to sniff out that my C and D grades stood for car dunce. Yes, I put the whole plot in motion, of course I did. Getting called a car dunce ruined any shot I had at a career in wheels. But a man's entitled to make a living, wouldn't you agree? This was the only way. It was not the only way. Tell me again what you know of the case. You already have your answers. I've solved the murder. But, okay, he was poisoned, but I already did this, right? You've already solved, you were given great power and you used it, don't you remember? Don't you remember the ring? You're being foolish now. What does the ring have to do with anything, though? It doesn't seem to have to do with anything. There's nothing else to activate around here. Oh, touch it? No, the curse is still unsolved. Let's go back to the keys curse. Oh wait, maybe we'll go back out, and then we'll equip the ring, and then we'll go back into the curse. Yeah, we're gonna equip this. What was our last ring? The bottle cap ring? Okay, the bottle cap ring didn't do squat for us, so. Now we're wearing the ring. I've solved the murder. Stabbed out of lust. A fool, I gave you great powers of deduction and observation. I gave you the power to bend back the skin of the world and sniff up its insides. How dare you waste it? You really want to live without this power? You really want to live in the dark? Yes, you're a fool, and I wouldn't sully that ring on the finger of a fool. Give it back now. You don't deserve it. I uncurse you. Oh, okay. There we go. We just had to do the wrong thing. Plus 50 to item drops. That's not bad. See, so did that curse effectively try to bribe you into not destroying it? That's a little disconcerting. You look at the key that once harbored the shadowy magic. It shimmers in the light. You check your fingers and pockets. No mysterious owl ring. You are reminded of the great figures of history who wielded incredible power and chose to give it up. You can't think of anyone specifically, but the concept is interesting to consider. Who's someone famous that gave up great power? Well, he's not famous, but my dad never eats more than he needs to at a buffet. I don't remember where I read this, but there's a rumor that Anne Boleyn had access to a tank but chose not to use it. No need, she said. And you know who else had a tank? Walt Whitman. Interesting. That is a superpower. Not eating too much at a buffet. Oh, no ring, huh? Okay, well, that didn't do anything. Makes you longer, increases companion stuff at the start of combat. Mind Melt also increases your mysticality by 3. What does Mind Melt do? Okay, hold on. What does Mind Melt? Deal an opponent's mysticality to itself and hot damage and heal you. Okay, I don't really need that to buff me. Fights are chaotic. Its purpose is a mystery. Extra XP from fights could be okay. Grindstone. Friendship. Friendship is better than whatever that other one is. Inspiring. And we got that one really early. Okay. Everyone loses 1 stat. Constantly changes your mood. I guess we'll do the friendship ring because our Buzz the Mosquito is actually pretty good. Time to pick a 4th store. Right, the first applicant is Texas Instruments, guys from Texas selling musical instruments. The second is Rodkin's Fine Jewelry. A jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. A ring that helps us might be good. And the last is Ye Old Chemiker, some SIT science lady who wants to sell potions. Let's do the jeweler. Sounds fancy. Okay, I'll get him moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. You find a spot next to the window for that horrible potted worm Grady gave you. You install the longer fellow's wheel at what you decide is the bow of your room. Ahoy. You set out the bird bath Barbara Yagara gave you. Osborne happily flies over to it and starts splashing around. Aw, we got a bird bath for Osborne. You set Flumberg's tiny workshop up on your desk. Time to get to tiny work. You find a hook on one of the ceiling beams and hang up your new refrigerator. Cool. We buffed our room so much. That's cool. Plant a tentacle seed in it. Tickle him. It's your little tentacle buddy. Okay. Fancy combat items. I just don't like combat items, you know? Walk away from the shelf. Osborne is frolicking happily. Hello, you little awful creature. Television, you've already pretended to do this thing. You got a Gatorman Cola. Increases max HP by 11 is pretty good. Okay, I guess we will, we got a briefcase full of meat. ASDF, congratulations on your successful shakedown. You'll be concatenated with another request in due timeliness, Dawn. Well, I guess we'll open the meat. Boom, 400 meat. That's pretty good working for the mob. You know what I mean? And by what I mean is that it literally pays well working for the literal mob in this game. Why am I a little girl? A disconcerting dream. October 20th, 1902. My diary. This diary is property of Margaret. Age 9. All others got to keep out under penalty of law. Dear diary. Yesterday, our dog Daisy died. Aw, when I was a kid, I had a dog Daisy. Papa said it was bound to happen because she was older than me. Which isn't old for a kid, but it's really old for a dog. He said we'll get a new dog soon, but I was sad anyway. Some birthday. Aww. At school today, the teacher asked what we wanted to be when we grow up. I said I'll be God, because then I can make sure all dogs live a long life and are always happy. Everyone laughed, and that jerk Billy Gribsley said a girl can't be God. So I said I'll be president instead, because that's nearly as good. He said that a girl can't be president either. Well, I'll show him. I'm gonna make all kinds of laws about being nice to dogs, and I'll make being a jerky legal too. So Billy Gribsley goes to jail and can't eat nothing but bread and water forever. So there. Oh, okay. Your desk covered in Ocean City paperwork. Poindexter, your insufferable bean counter. What is it, Terrence? Madam Comptroller, I merely need your signature on these budget revisions. With this, the remainder of funds currently allocated to municipal services will be redirected to your shadow presidential campaign and your other projects. That sounds a bit obvious. Rest assured, I am only sparing you the details, which you have made quite clear to me that you find intolerably boring. The transactions will be meticulously obscured through shell corporations, cutouts, offshore accounts, and the like. Alright, good. You better not be skimming off more than the top I'm willing to ignore. Certainly not, Madam Comptroller. It's time to record the announcement of your candidacy for Shadow President. Alright. Attention, peons. Oh, jeez, don't call them peons, ma'am. And please try for a less totalitarian tone generally. Right. So something like... My fellow citizens, good evening. I, Margaret... That's weird. The levels went all funny when you said your last name. Don't worry about it. Hereby announce my candidacy for Shadow President. Vote for me or else. Nope. Sorry, ma'am. Nope. Start out by explaining who you are. Most of them probably don't pay much attention to local politics. Alright. In my role as Ocean City's comptroller, I have made it my mission to rob you suckers blind for my own nefarious ends. Eliminate waste and graft in the city's finances. Make sure you all get exactly what you deserve. What? Well, look, I get it. Double talk is fun, but it makes you sound kind of sinister. You'd be better off just lying. That's fair. In my role as Ocean City's comptroller, I've made it my mission to rob you suckers blind for my own nefarious ends. Ma'am, are you funning with me? It feels good to tell the truth once in a while. Won't get you elected, though. I suppose not. Okay, eliminate waste and graft in the city's finances, and I am proud to say that I have been completely successful. Through my program of shutting down needlessly wasteful civic programs, thereby ensuring I like these other options. Ensuring none of you have the time or energy to protest my actions or forcing you to live in desperate squalor like the rats you are. Reserving your valuable taxpayer meat for the things that actually matter. Things like ultimate power, mom, baseball, and apple pie. Family, prosperity, and freedom. Perfectly meaningless. Love it. Okay, then just a call to action to top it all off. And we're done. Vote for me and I'll pay you 100 meat. No, a vote for me is a vote for you. ASDF for president, 2024. Oh, that's great. Just perfect. Good. Is that all? Yeah, we can add all the legal, this message, blah, 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 campaign for shadow president stuff in post. Great. I'm out of here. Ugh, time travel makes my guts itch. This guy is a yokel even by the standards of his time. Mayor Burby, I presume? Yes, who are you? I'm here to speak to you about the Crystal Dream Valley Dam project. I want to make the dam bigger, much bigger, and much more powerful. Here are some revised plans. A dam this large would flood the valley and displace hundreds of people. Besides, the dam as planned will provide a perfectly adequate amount of power. Why would we need to make it bigger? How about a handshake agreement? What? I don't even know who you are. You want me to agree to this on the basis of a handshake? Specifically, I'm offering you the chance to shake hands with the handle of this large briefcase filled with meat. Oh, well now, yes, I think this new plan is quite viable. Bribe the mayor? Oh. This is carved from a single block of tedium, the raw elemental form of boring work. There's a sheep in your office. What the heck? Turns out that a lot of the president's time is spent on ceremonial bullcrap that no one actually cares about. Case in point, pardoning the Thanksgiving turkey. None of your aides know what a turkey looks like, apparently. Pardoned it anyway. Your desk covered in policy documents, both benevolent and malign. There's a note here about going back in time and making the Crystal Dream Dam bigger. Gotta get on that eventually, but I already did, kind of. Your ridiculous court wizard isn't taking the situation seriously. Make it clear to her what is required. Give me a progress report on the SIT thing. Have you taken care of the problem yet? Oh, it's so dreary and unfestive there, all that math and science. It isn't holly or jolly. Screw your dang theme. Your entire job is dealing with magical issues. I won't have that do-gooding interloper messing around in the library. There's too much at stake. Get it dealt with, or I'm giving Crimbo's federal holiday status to a frickin' groundhog. You wouldn't. Oh, she would. 6 lockers. Some dumb jock kid you have to give a presidential fitness award to. Hey kid, how's it going? Hi? Brilliant. Alright, by the power invested in me as the shadow president, here's an award for being able to climb a rope faster than most other kids, which is definitely important, and this is a great use of my time. Thanks? Do I give a speech? Whatever, I'm out of here. This miserable beast. President strong, make rich. Yes, I know, and yes, you don't have to remind me of the terms of our 2-word agreement. You're keeping your people mean and hungry. Yes, warriors mean, warriors hungry, good fighters. That's right, you're my ace in the hole. This sinking mud hole. If I need to use force, so you'd better stay on top of things if you want make rich. Keep everyone worshipping me at the Gator Shrine too. But for goodness sake, don't mess with the stuff in the basement. If you screw anything up down there, I will turn you into wallets. Get me? I get. Wow, her hair is kinda spazzing out. Duty calls again. More paperwork. How come nobody told me being president is all paperwork and talking to idiots? Sorry, ma'am, but the unwashed masses gotta be kept in line while we amass power. Yeah, fine. I hereby sign this order declaring July 12th National Bread and Circuses Day. All citizens get a complimentary dinner roll and a free turn on the nearest suitable trapeze. Ma'am, I ain't sure that... Who cares? Let Coolidge deal with it. What's he even for anyway? This is all beneath me. Hexstrom. No, this is his name, Hellstrom. What does he want? Alright, Hellstrom, let's hear your report. Everything's fine and dandy, ma'am. I don't rightly understand what this shadow energy stuff is exactly, or why you want so golden much of it, but the converters are spraying it out slicker and grease mice out of a Gatling gun, with plenty of slag left over to press into those weird monsters you like. Finally, good news. So you'll meet the project deadline? Yep, though we'll need to expand the oil drilling operations some more. Need you to sign this permit so we can expand into lots 210 to 240. Sure, whatever. Wait, 210 to 240? That's a problem. My family's farm is 223. Well, ma'am, if you're wanting weird black juice, we gotta get the regular black juice out of the ground first. Alright, fine. Sorry, Grandpa. Oh, Grandpa! Oh no! What a miserable backstory for whoever this is. Just terrible. She displaced her own grandpa. What was that sploosh? Okay. Let's turn it. Let's do all the things in here so that we can get all our buffs. Osborne sit. We got inherent stink. Nice. 3 stench armor. I guess we only have 2 things that buff us in our room, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, we got a signal. We got a sickle from a signal. Wait. We got a signal from a sickle. You know, the farming tool thing? It's over in Gray County somewhere. Mostly nothing but farms there, but there's a store that's been open since forever. The owner's name is Jasper. He knows Murray. He'll probably help you out. Here's a map. We actually got a map. Well, it's a placemat map, like a kid's table thing. Jasper's feed and tag. This is a diner placemat. Yes, it is a kid's table thing. It literally has a map of the county right in the middle of it. Oh, I'm just impressed that you found a way to give me an actual map while also still giving me a thing that isn't a map. Head out. I think, let's listen to what Don T has to do. We'll call the mob back. You dial the number. Upon auditorially processing the alert bell from this telephonic device, I have answered it. Come on, Don, dial it back a notch. As it is you who have dialed my number, I do not entirely understand this request, Mr. Gaming. Alright, well anyway, what do you need? Our observationalists have reported that you have or will soon become operational with Porkum and the locus of education known as Seaside Institute of Technology. I don't think I care for being observationalized. Our agents are quite discreet and unobtrusive. They will not hinder your activities. That's not the problem. Would you preference that they take a more active role? What? No, why did you pronounce it like that? Oh, forget it. What's the job? The specific task we require of you is too sensitivinal to communicate in telephonular manner. Proceed to the luncheonette fission ships, whereupon you will meet with one of our operatives who is known by the sobriquet Greasy Steve. You'll recognize him by... No, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I'll know when I see him. The fortuitous chance on your objective. Okay, we got fission ships. So when we start tomorrow, or next episode, we will be heading to SIT to do work for the Dawn and the mob, because it pays pretty well. Not that we need the meat, we have so much of it anyways. So that does take us to the end of our time for today. So thanks for coming on by. I'll keep mentioning that I'm going to be moving over to YouTube just in case people catch one stream here or there or whatever. And I'll keep talking about it over on Discord too. So if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe and comment down below. What do you think is going to be in store for us finding this sickle? If you guessed Gatorman for the last time, I'm impressed. But as always, hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.